Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Sankhya Ganika. And from today, as I mentioned, we are starting a series of ICSE 10th grade. I'm starting with the first chapter, that is Goods and Service Taxes, that is called GST. And should I tell you all one thing? On 1st July 2017, the GST has been implemented all over the India. So, and luckily I'm starting on the 1st July 2026, ICSE's 10th grade. Wow, what a coincidence, right? Okay, GST means, like the slogan as it says, that one nation, one tax. Okay, that came into effect on this date. Okay, and what is goods? You all need to know little terminology before we get into the actual maths, because the terminology actually helps you to solve the problems faster. Okay, so goods is a movable property, but do not include money and securities. Goods are movable properties like your TV or fridge or whatever, but it does not include money or securities. They doesn't include it. Okay, services. What are services? Yeah, it means everything other than goods, money or securities. These are not included in this. So in the services, your haircut service, your food, anything can come under services, but not the goods, money and securities. Okay, so why are we actually doing this? Earlier, what used to happen is, you used to pay at different levels. The tax used to be paid at the different levels. Like you used to pay the manufacturer, used to pay, used to pay the uh, dealer, broker, in between so many people. So you used to, one by one, it is to be added up, and used to pay so much, like value added tax or whatever. So to avoid all those things, the GST has been introduced. Okay, so there is few terminologies you should know. As I mentioned it, dealer. Who is the dealer? Dealer is any person who buys the goods, okay, and or services, and they are going to resell it. So it's kind of a shopkeeper, or the person who is going to have a company or a firm, like hair cutting company or hotels or anything of those are the people. They are the dealers or they are the traders. We call them also a trader. Okay. So there is a intrastate sales and interstate sales. Intrastate means within the state. Within the state, and also union territories, because our country has, apart from the states, we have union territories. So it is intrastate, within the state or within that union territory. Okay, and interstate means outside the state. Interstate is outside the state. Why are we learning this? These are important because if it is interstate, there will be a different slab. There is a different percentage. Intrastate, there is a different percentage. So that is the reason you should know whether it is intrastate or whether it is an interstate. Okay. Now comes input GST and output GST. Input GST and output GST. Okay. Input GST is the GST what actually the trader buys, because a shopkeeper has to get some from somewhere, no? So he will buy and he will pay the tax. So that is the GST he is going to input it. and he is going to sell it to us, right? So the tax what we will pay the trader is the output GST. Okay, the trader, the GST is paid by the dealers or by the purchase or on purchase of the goods, that is input GST. Output GST is the trader when he sells it and receives the GST from the customer is output GST. So trader buys and he is going to pay the GST and he receives from customer. So that GST is output GST. Okay, GST collected from the customer. So we have three types of GST. One is CGST, that is central GST. One is state GST, SGST. And the other one is integrated GST. Integrated GST. Why this is important? So when it comes to central CGST and SGST, whatever the GST has been collected by the trader, the dealer, or whatever, the shopkeeper, or from the customer, that will be divided among the central and the state equally. Whereas integrated GST is purely goes to the central. It will not come to the state level at all. So this will purely go to the central. This will be equally divided among state and central. So for example, why this, ma'am? What is the use? This terminologies, as I mentioned, here you will get to see only the word problems. You will not have the normal problems. So when the word problems are there, these terminologies actually help you to process the problem quickly and solve it. GST problems are very easy. Only you need to find, you should know how to find the percentage. That's it. Nothing else you have to do. Major calculations are not there. The calculations are easy, but the terminology you should know, right? So that is the reason it is important for you to learn this terminology. So, for example, whenever you see a bill, suppose you go to a hotel, you get a bill, right? And in the bill, if you will be having at the end of it, he will give you a total and he will say CGST, SGST. After giving CGST and SGST, if they give you service tax, call the waiter or go to the manager and tell him, please cut this. I'm not going to pay for it because I'm already paying GST. GST means goods and service tax. So you have already received the tax and you will be paying the tax for it. So you don't need to pay extra tax for it. Okay. And for different items, we have different taxes. Tax slabs are there. Essential food items like, dal, milk or all those things, they doesn't have the tax, 0%. Okay. And common uses, they are 5% they charge. Standard, they charge 12%. Maximum is 18% charge GST. So these are the things you should know about it. And I will see you all in my next video. And please follow, share, and learn. Okay. Happy learning. Bye. That's it for now.